Climate change is a cause of over 150,000 deaths per year. And we can mitigate it just by planting trees. Isn't it simple? Well, we need 1 billion hectares of new forest. Could we find those areas for new forest? Well, my team has a unique approach. We use satellite and Earth observation data to identify the most suitable, the best areas for new trees and for new forests. We consider many criteria like soil, climate condition, aspects, elevation, etc. And then we use geographical information systems to analyze those data and to identify the perfect location for perfect tree species. If you visit our website, you can go to the map and choose one of 3 different tree species, and then the greenest area on the map shows the most suitable area for that tree species. If you plant a tree, you can mark the location and leave some information like what type of species you planted and upload a photo, and after our approval, it will appear on the map. Our idea was born in 2018, and since that it has been recognized by many important institutions, like United Nations Development Program, because it contributes to sustainable development goals, especially climate action. But also we were supported by Accelerator, Climate Kick Accelerator program, which is one of the best accelerator programs that supports startups that tackle climate change. We were awarded by many awards, like Open Data for Environmental Protection Award, and in few past months we developed our business model, because we start as a non-profit project, but now we think that it's time to scale up to make it self-sustainable. Our business model should be quite simple. We, as a forest and climate team, want to organize eco-friendly team-building activities to companies, and those eco-friendly team-building activities will include planting trees, but also some other workshops, like zero-waste workshops. It will contribute to improve ecological awareness of employees in those companies, and it will have environmental impact in that way. But the part of our profit, we will invest in further research and in planting trees. And it will be, then we will contribute even more to environment. Our vision is to support planting 1 trillion trees to tackle climate change and to pair the perfect location with perfect tree species. Those smiling faces are my teammates, and most of us are GIS, Geographical Information System experts, environmental experts, web developer, lawyer, media experts, and all of them want to wish you something. Plant a tree, and may the forest be with you. Thank you for your time.
All right. How many of you want to plant trees with her? Raise up your hand.
Come on.
Awesome. All right. So, are you ready for some questions? Any questions? Yeah?
I also need mine.
Yeah. We'll try.
Thank you. This is a fantastic initiative and a wonderful project. You appear to be a service business, correct?
Can you repeat, sorry?
That you appear to be a service business. In your business model, it's the activities that you run. It's essentially a service business.
Yeah, in some way, but we also want to organize eco-friendly team-building activities, like in nature, like planting trees, zero-waste workshop, and then part of that profit invest in further research and planting trees.
Okay, and can those activities be done without you? Can they be run independently of the organisations that are wanting to partake in the initiative?
You mean those companies to plant trees like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be perfect, but you can plant trees if you want to plant successfully in our country, in my country, in Serbia. You need to plant in the March, April, or in November and October and November. So we need also some other activities for the rest of the year. So some activities will be planting trees, but not all. We will have some other activities also.
Okay, yeah. And finally, you're aiming for 1 trillion trees, is that correct?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, and so I guess the question is, yeah, that's quite a large number, and it's a fantastic number to be shooting for. I would have thought scale is therefore quite an important part of the whole business. And if you are a service business, then I imagine the scaling will be quite tricky, which is why I ask you, can these sort of activities be run independently of you?
Yeah.
But yeah, so, some sort of, if you don't mind elaborating just on how the scale can be achieved and what that time frame might be to achieve 1 trillion plantings.
Actually, we made a vision in that way that we have job for the whole life. Yeah, so there are a lot of organizations planting trees around the world, and we think that we all together can reach that vision, but not just me, but not just my team. So we want to be the part of global movement, and the vision is something that we all should reach together. And yeah, we would like to scale up, but first we want to develop in our country. And we applied in few past months for some projects also. And it should be like regional in Balkans, in Western Balkans. So we hope that we will develop the same website for Bosnia and for Montenegro and some other countries. Yeah. So, yeah.
Go one question.
Step by step, we will scale up.
Right, thank you. I think it's a very interesting project. I have a question about the data that you're using to evaluate, this location is good for certain tree types. Where do you have that data from?
Actually, my team is quite huge. There are 12 of us working on this project. And we read a lot of papers and then collect the satellite data. We use Copernicus services, like also American Space Agency services. So to download all data, and those data is don't have so huge and super high resolution. So our result is not super high resolution data. So we also want to improve that. And for example, in accelerator program, we bought a drone. So drone can surveillance environment, and then we can make a better research, and for specific location do the better research. Yeah.
Okay, so you could imagine this scaling beyond just like the Balkans, or is that not within your scope for now? Or?
For now, not, but maybe in the future, why not?
Okay, thank you.
If you have any idea and any country, let's talk about later. Yeah.
Okay. And then the last question. And for the juries, please don't forget, you can already start getting into the voting machine.
Bye.
Yeah.
So, it's a great project, I think. I have a question, a practical question. If I want to use that, is there also legal information there? Am I allowed to plant the tree there? That kind of stuff. Can I just go there and plant the tree, or is it like, does it indicate it's a private property? Is it state-owned property? Like these things.
Yeah, thank you for this question. For now, you can use the information only if you have some private land. But also we applied with another project, and we want to make a partnership with municipalities in Serbia, and then to mark specific location. In that term, one location will mean 1 tree, and then we will consider also legal aspect of everything. So for now on the website, there is no administration. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. And the last question.
Hi, first of all, congratulations for the project. And I believe that one of the most valuable things here in your project, in order to scale and other people help you in achieving that goal, would be the model that you and your team developed to identify through the image where are the most important, where are the most valuable places to plant the tree. I believe that, I assume that you use some kind of artificial intelligence for that. And my question is, do you share the data that you are using to train those models? So that could be really useful for other teams in other countries to train with the data that you have already labeled. So that could be the same model, the same architecture could be replicated in other countries, and we could scale this better.
Thank you. We use geographical information system, so we did in QGIS, it's free program for geographical analysis. So we first downloaded the data from the services, different open data services, and then do the research in our programs, and then upload those data on the website. And our website actually was supported by United Nations Development Program, which is part of one big project about open data. So all our results are open and people can download the results. And the algorithm that we use is also on our website. Yeah.
All right. Well, open data. Let's go plant trees. Thank you very much. And next we have Bangladesh.